Hello everyone and welcome back to Salt and Sanctuary. My plans of doing live commentary backfired severely this weekend. Reasons being laziness, extreme laziness, and a cough that I just couldn't get my head around, so I decided it was best to just not play, relax a bit, enjoy the weekend. And then, I believe it was after Saturday midnight, so Sunday morning, managed to record quite a bit of gameplay, which I will be doing 3 parts of commentary for. So pretty much the commentary that you're gonna hear for this video, the video after this, which should be episode 11 and episode 12, are all relatively done in close spacing to each other, so the tone of the commentary would generally be the same. But anyway, welcome back. As you can see, the character development has shaping up, getting to the higher echelons of strength. I would assume, if we're gonna go by the tropes, that 50 is usually the end point. If not, then this character is still very basic. What we're gonna be doing in this particular episode is heading down to the red hole cages, because I believe there was one segment underneath there that I purposefully left out in the previous episodes. There was one section that goes even deeper to the cages, and if you remember, the NPC at the entrance up top did state that, where should I go next? Should I further deep down into the dungeons, or should I go further to the ziggurat? So deep down should give you a relative clue that if you haven't really gone to the basement of the red cages, chances are there is more yet to explore. But the results of that are relatively up to you, as you will see what we will find. But so far, I don't know, I haven't found a weapon that I can really be like, I love this weapon. Actually, I feel that my main concern right now is that I don't have a one-handed weapon I can use with my shield. As further going on, probably I'm not too sure if we'll see the effects of this now. But there are certain times and situations in which I actually just want to one-hand a weapon, get my quick roll back, and be able to block. Quick roll, block, and counter attack. But the Morning Star is there, yes. I could upgrade the Morning Star, very true, but the problem is I honestly don't want to upgrade the Morning Star. I don't know, first of all, I don't know just how good of a weapon it truly is. It definitely has a S scaling and strength, so that on its own should predispose me to upgrading the weapon, because the S ranking isn't something you come across every day. But the issue is that I just personally don't like the weapon. It's very basic and there's nothing fantasy about a Morning Star. I could literally go fashion myself a Morning Star right now. I could go outside and make myself a flail or a Morning Star, or should I say a flail or a mace, and there's nothing fantasy or high guarded about that. Trust me, anyone can make themselves a mace. So I don't know, on something cool, on a sword, on a, I don't know, a katana or something. Still curious. Rugged plate armor shrouded in a smart leather vest. This is a homage, I believe, to the elite knight armor set in Dark Souls. At least the art style of the icon would suggest that it kind of looks like the elite armor set from Dark Souls, but the problem is I'm carrying such a big sword that I'm covering up my upper body, so I can't actually see. I really like it, but I'm gonna go with the hunter's hat for now. It's funny though, I've got 11 points in willpower, which is our stamina, but I've got 21 points in endurance. 18 points of endurance apparently. 21. Keeps on fluctuating. I'm assuming each item has an endurance bonus that I was going through. But anyway, there it was written 21 points of endurance. Endurance determines the maximum equip load, and I am still struggling to have any form of decent roll with the full set of armor. Well, at least to be fair, I'm not wearing light sets of armor. These are technically classified as heavy sets of armor. But come on, at least I should be able to wear a complete armor set. That's my only gripe right now. Is that how much endurance will I need to be able, for example, to wear the let's see, what set? For example, the steel cuirass, the entirety of the steel cuirass, and still be able to roll. But I guess technically I can. It's just that my weapon literally weighs 23 points of 23 units of weight, which is technically like the amount of weight of a complete other armor set. So by carrying this weapon and wearing an armor set, it's like I'm wearing 2 heavy armor sets by default. But the protection it gives, I'm assuming, is good, considering I've been hit quite a number of times in this playthrough. The amount of damage taken hasn't been substantially high, but I guess if I was in a light armor set, I'll be able to dodge roll and I wouldn't be dying in the first place. So it's give or take here and there. But generally speaking, I do have to say that this game was, for this particular portion of summer, let's just say from after Dark, I believe Dark Souls released in April, if I remember correctly, for the rest of the world. And ever since then, fair and fine, I haven't played that many games, but it's really been a jewel. I've enjoyed the game, and I feel that, how can I say it? Maybe let's just say we complete this playthrough, or at least we leave this playthrough off at a significant portion before I head off for summer. When I get to play this game, maybe with a bunch of friends in co-op, or just have fun with the game without recording, I feel that I would really be able to make a lot of progress. I'll be really able to get a lot of the lore done, and I think I'll be able to enjoy it more. Not that there's anything bad. That was actually the reason I was doing post commentary to begin with, because I told myself I'm going to play this game and enjoy it for myself and learn it for myself. By doing live commentary, I don't really give myself enough time to appreciate and learn what the surroundings are trying to tell me. But when you're playing it there, you're not speaking, just pressing the buttons. You really get time to appreciate, not falling to your death. But the beauties of post commentary is that I actually get to edit out all of that entire run back. Most of these episodes could have been easily 40 to 50 minutes in live commentary also, but due to post, by not talking, I get to focus more and die less, and if I do die, I get to at least that's what I do. I cut out the entire run back, because most of these the runs to the location, unless I pick up something I missed, it's really not worth showing. That's relatively a waste of time, because you saw how I got there anyway. So go pick up a sack of salt. I needed to find this place. My blade's been thirsty for blood, and my satchel's been hungry for gold. Funny though, gold's the reason I'm stuck here. I had a job. Escort a nobleman across the sea. Me? Working? Go on. Laugh. You know, I'm a thief. I dwell in somewhat more unsavory channels, but I'm the best. My services were requested for this top secret mission for the crown because I'm the best. But we wrecked on this island. Don't know what happened to the highborn prick. Don't care. Most likely he's dead, and not only is my pay forfeit, but my neck if I ever set foot back home. So what's the thief to do? Gather up whatever spoils I can find, scrap together a skiff out of the salvage, and sail to Coast Rock. Coast Rock's the perfect place for someone like me to shed their notoriety. thief is already planning her escape to Coast Rock. Apparently she wants to probably change her name, change her ID as it would be nowadays. Get a new name for herself. Hopefully so people don't come searching for her, and if they do, they won't find her. Get a grey pearl. And a weird death to gravity, I have to say, because when I was falling down, I believe I was bouncing, but the bounces were making me go down even faster, so I never knew you could use the vertical brand to increase your descent. I thought it was just only to ascend, but apparently you can use the vertical brand to increase your descent and die even faster, which isn't really a good thing, but hey, at least I know it can work that way too. Maybe you can descend faster and then cling onto the wall. You get a ring here, the Relentless Ring, smart metal ring shaped from a tiny metal chain. A constant physical activity leave one fatigued over time, but a magical ring such as this is designed to nullify that effect. So it reduces the stamina consumption while you're fighting. It's quite cool. And we exit out back again. The same red hole cages, but on the other side you get a stone merchant. As you can see, there was a time when we were on top of those wheels, but now we're at the bottom, so technically we've made it where the wheels would have dropped us off. Except on the right hand side there, and I don't know, would have had to have dropped off another wheel preemptively knowing what was going on below us, but we didn't know. Managed to get in 2 strong attacks on that dude. I don't know. I feel that if the character art design was as good as what they did with the surroundings and the bosses, the character art design would have been really cool. I'm not too sure what they could have done though, because this style that they went for in terms of proportion suits the surroundings, but I feel that if they would have wanted to put in more detail into the character models, they might have needed to make the character models a little bit bigger, just so that they can show off more detail. But that's not really the case. Most of these monsters are smaller than us, but and we're back up here. As you can see, now we've opened a shortcut. If ever were to walk from the sanctuary, the Red Hole Sanctuary, we'll be able to walk all the way down here, and we've opened up the elevator to do so. But these monsters models are usually smaller than us, but I feel that they carry more, that design is more simplistic, but that simplicity in its nature kind of conveys greater detail. It's like with the character, the eyes are all buggy, but the head's round, and then the mouth is small, but then the body is slender and weird, and it's like the proportions are just off. It's not really the size. And also I feel that body shapes would have really helped this game, because as you can see, it would have been possible. For example, if this big monster here was just, for example, a body type, you could make a big character, and then the character model we're using right now could have been the slender and short style character. Then they could have made a slender and tall, and then maybe made a big but short. That way also, by increasing the size of the model, you'd have been able to see much more detail of the armor. You can actually see detail of gender, because right now, to be honest, besides the hair, it's really hard to know if that's a male or a female. I can't really tell the difference. It's only the hair where you can have a guess. When you watch other people play, you just look at the hairstyle and guess, like, that looks like a female's hairstyle. So flame orbiters. Someone orbs flame to orbit the caster, dealing fire damage to anyone foolish enough to step in their path. Strike out any illusion of these, and the spell is forfeit. Pretty much like, not homing soul mass, but I guess you could say it's like homing soul mass, except they don't shoot out to the enemy. If the enemy walks into the soul mass, then they take damage. Similar to, should I say, Rose's illusion, illusory orbs, the second ultra in Street Fighter 4. In that regard, where you just have orbiting balls of fire or orbiting balls of whatever, and they just orbit around you. So you can charge into someone in hopes that one of the orbits will hit the other person as you crash into them, or they try attack you and get hit. Getting my ass handed to me. And I also need to start parrying again. I felt that I haven't done anything, any parrying, any blocking. I haven't done any of that. And the way people, things or whatever you want to call them, don't seem to care how big your weapon is and just poise through your attacks. Makes me really wonder what's the point of having an ultra great sword in this game, or what class, great sword level 3? What's the point if they're just going to walk away from your attacks and attack whenever they feel like it? But here we're gonna face off with the Tree Men. Really cool design. You can see it's like an iron construct being controlled by these things that you saw that are imprisoned. I don't know if they're the ones controlling it, but attacking them is what yields damage. So I would assume that they are part of the main control scheme of this mechanism. But it's not all the prisoners' bodies that seem to be in control. It seems to be only those that are glowing red, similar to the head of the mechanism. But you have to be careful at his feet, as it can knock you off. Oh well. I'll get to go at it again. But looking at the construct, it seems like everything that's glowing red is connected to a main part of the mechanism, and by attacking it, you deal damage. So it makes you wonder who is in control of the construct, whether it's the prisoners or the head, because the head of the construct also has a bigger red orb, or should I say bigger red light, and that's the final orb that you destroy. So it makes you wonder. And the stain page seems to be doing quite a bit of damage. I believe it's arcane damage, if I'm not too sure. Because I'm doing significantly less without it. Big fire attack incoming. Once you get the pattern down of phase 2, the boss doesn't become as difficult, because you don't risk falling to the ground, knowing that how his attack patterns work. But in the beginning there, when I didn't know how the patterns were like, I ended up rushing down to the bottom for safety, but then he just kicks you off, so you have to be careful about that as well. But overall, that's the basis of the boss. Attack all the red orbs and try your best to dodge his attacks. You can tank some of the fire, but not too much. Now head over to Hager's Caverns, a place that we had seen before, but not from this particular location. We had seen it from another side by the Sunken Castle. It's quite interesting to actually have the chance to come here. Most of the time you'll be on the other side of a gate and you won't be able to pull the lever because the lever will also be on the other side of a gate. Getting my ass handed to me by the skeletons. Showing me just how important the aspect of the speed of your swing is. The thing is, these things, when I start my swing, they can teleport behind me, attack me 3 times, and break my attack pattern. I won't even be able to swing my weapon because they ruined my poise. But I'm still there trying to charge up one simple attack. It's a tricky situation. But at least we found Sanctuary. Stone Acorn. So this a Stone Acorn pops the tree. Devora's is the fountain with the statue of Devora. The Calabra of the 3 is what spawns the 3 banners, the king, the knight, and the judge, I believe. And the Ironborn, people of the north, is what spawns the Iron Throne, similar to the one in Game of Thrones. It's quite cool. I'd been getting this acorn confused with the one of the Ironborn of the north. I don't know. But I don't know the specific names of the 2 covenants, because at least the Calabra, Devora, at least we know those names. Should I say Devara? Devora is from MK. Yeah, I don't know. Gonna spend some time in this tree figuring out where we want to go. Probably class sword fighter 5, but it's gonna be difficult getting there. I'll see you in the next episode, and thank you for watching.